Aloha, I'm Augie Tulba. Some of you may know me as an entertainer, a comedian, or as a Honolulu City Council member. But at one time, I was just a kid growing up in Hawaii, and like many others who grew up poor, my family didn't have it easy. My mom and dad and my four brothers and I lived in public housing in Kalihi, Canfor housing. My parents worked and my brothers and I had jobs when we were kids too, but putting food on the table every night was tough. When we got home from school, we never knew if we had to eat those block of government cheese, or if we got lucky, we had chicken, or something else that made us feel as if we actually ate a filling meal. I know how it is to be without, and I worry about where my next meal was coming from. That's why I've always worked so hard and had multiple jobs to make sure my 5 kids wouldn't go through the same experience I had. But it's good that I went through this, because I really understand what families are going through right now. Many people have lost their jobs during the pandemic or had their hours reduced. And a lot of people have not gotten their unemployment checks on time. We get complaints every day here at the office. People are struggling. They can't pay their mortgage or rent or put food on the table. Last week, my staff and I partnered with Aloha Harvest, the largest provider of food in Hawaii. The volunteers bought crates of eggs, milk, meat, fish, and other fresh produce, enough for 300 families to Waipahu. The people who came up to pick up food boxes were from a wide variety of backgrounds, but they had one thing in common: they needed help right now. Giving someone fish or chicken or eggs or cheese is helpful, and it is the right thing to do, but it only gets them through the day or the week. What about long-term solutions? How can we fix this problem in a bigger way, in a way that is more permanent? This is one of the reasons I wanted to run for office and get involved in politics, so I could use the experience that I had growing up to help others in my community and in my hometown. One of my priorities at the Honolulu City Council is to ensure that prime agriculture lands remain valuable for farming. Over the years, hundreds of acres of farmlands have been paved over with cement for shopping malls, the rail, housing, and other developments. Now there's a plan to put solar panels over farmlands, which will take away opportunities to farm there. Instead, why don't we do what Professor Panos Prevados suggests and put solar panel farms over public parking lots and school parking lots? This creates shade for cars while generating energy for our islands, that also leaves the ag lands for ag. When Oahu is blessed with fertile grounds for growing vegetables and fruit, we need to keep the lands for that purpose and ensure food sustainability. We also need to designate more places on Oahu for community gardens. There are long waiting lists for the few community gardens we have available now. Finally, finding ways to boost our economy and getting people back to work will help create food security. In the meantime, let's support our food banks and our food drives. Let's also reach out to our family and friends and our neighbors to ensure that they have enough to eat. If you have any ideas for food sustainabilities, you can always reach out to me in my office. Log on to www.augietulbahnl.com. Mahalo.